Perfect, isn't it?
Two big guys on camera.
Yes, we are big, but I don't have the voice you have. How did you get that amazing voice?
Just born with it, I guess.
Really? You were like a baby? Yeah, rah, rah.
Like this.
Really? That must have been a shock for your parents. But still awesome.
Ja.
Voor het eerst van de game.
Vertel mij. Heel veel zin in. Alles over vertellen, alles weet.
Jace, look at this place. Unbelievable.
Paradise.
Hey, Nikki, where are we again?
Island's not on the map. Let's hit it. Do some exploring.
And there's our boat.
Yeah! Guys! I'm on a boat!
Where did you find this guy?
Hey, Doug! Check this out. Are those real? You getting this? You recording? Oh, yeah. My man Jason brings the heat.
Hey, put that down. Go now. Go.
Okay, we got it. We're leaving.
Let's go, man. What a dick.
Okay, but this is the last one. Cheers, guys!
Cheers! Hey, Doug, that's what I'm talking about.
So the question I wanted to ask since your E3 demo was, why did you choose to go back to an island?
Yeah, it's funny, we got that question a lot, and I think the island just makes sense to us. It's not the same island as Far Cry 1, but it makes sense to us that we go to a place that's beautiful, it's gritty, it's wild, it's savage. We want you to have that experience. We want it to feel like you're going to discover. But it's dangerous, it's remote, it's cut off. It just felt right. There's no 911, there's no help. If you get hurt, you're screwed.
And it's also beautiful, which is one of the misleading things in the game, I think.
We want to. There's a juxtaposition there, right? We want it to be beautiful, but we also want it to be savage. And you're going to see that theme of those two different worlds colliding as you play the game.
Okay, one of the new things, which is really different from the first two Far Cry games, is that you're focusing a lot on characters, and you know, they have to be insane. You could actually call them insane. Is every character on the island going to be insane?
I think what we did is we looked at this sort of mosaic of dysfunction, and we wanted, I think everybody has their own brand of insanity, but I think we wanted it to be different, right? Voss, he's crazy, we know that, but we also wanted to experiment with something different than Voss. When you meet the doctor, he's clearly crazy. This is a guy who paints his house white every week for reasons that defy understanding, but he's different. He's not a psychopath, or doesn't appear to be a psychopath. But here's a guy who, you know, you show up, you're looking for help, and the first thing he does is stick you with a needle, and all of a sudden you're hallucinating. I mean, what kind of doctor does that?
Well, an insane doctor.
Perhaps. Yeah, exactly.
So, well, are there more characters? The question again: are all the characters like that? Are there normal people in the game? That's actually the question.
Yeah, I think
except for Jason, the protagonist, which is a normal guy.
On the island, you're going to meet a wide group of people, right? You're going to meet bullies, you're going to meet victims, you're going to meet, there's a few normal people around, but the truth of the matter is that insanity rules here, right? This is the place where, you know, people who have been kicked out of society, this is where they end up. This is a place where people have grown up and there's been no cops, there's been no 911, there's been nobody to help. And so it's just bred this insane cast of characters. And to them, you're just a piece of meat.
So I'm starting to think that has something to do with the story.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Definitely it does.
Does it, really? That is amazing.
I think for us...
Well, the funny thing about this interview is that you're steering towards some answer which you're not going to give.
I think the thing for us is making sure that it was credible, right? We wanted the character, Jason, to basically have this experience of Jason gets to the island, and I've said before, he's not a super soldier, right? He's a regular guy. And he gets to the island, and he meets these people, and he's just trying to survive the experience. He's just trying to get off the island. He's trying to find his friends and get off the island. But we also wanted to have this feeling of discovery, where, you're looking for your buddies, and you're looking to get off the island, but the island is also calling to you a little. You know, if you look at the demo, Jason's got tattoos on his arm, and as you play the game, that story of what you do is etched on your arm. We want the player to have that experience, so that if Jason were to get on the phone and call his mom at the beginning of the game, Hey, Mom, you know, I'm good. Everything's safe. Everything's cool. I'm all right. All right, well, be careful. The person who calls, if he survives at the end, is very different. It's probably not a voice that Mom would recognize.
Probably crying.
Yeah, well, maybe. Maybe.
So one of the other new things is, obviously the game has a lot of exploration, and like the other Far Cry's, you can explore and choose your own way of dealing with handling situations. But one of the newer things is that sometimes the game cuts off the freedom and gives you a direction, and in that direction all kind of craziness happens, like being stoned or eating mushrooms and hallucinating.
Yeah.
Why did you choose to do that?
I think, to be honest, you know, you think about if you or I were to get on a plane and go over and land in a place like this, there are going to be times where you just kind of have to accept the experience, right? There's going to be times where you're not going to be in control. They still have to be fun. They still have to be interesting. I think the doctor's mushroom mission was pretty cool and interesting. But there are going to be times where you kind of have to give yourself to the experience. And what makes the shooting so much more fun, and we really saw this as we got people to play the game, is they go in and they have a great shooter experience. They want to blow stuff up. They want to kill people. They can do that. But then they step away from it for a second. They put the gun down for 2-3 minutes, and they have something that's completely different, completely unexpected, completely unique and Far Cry. They pick up the gun again, and they're like, okay, that was amazing. Now let's go kill some more stuff.
Yeah.
And it gives them that palate cleanse, and they feel like they've had a real experience.
Can you give me? Yeah, it is good for changing pace and giving players something new to experience. Can you give me a percentage? I mean, that's probably a weird question.
No, we didn't focus on a percentage. For us, we absolutely, you know, how much shooting is there? How much of this? How much of that? It was specifically designed so that you'd be going through the game, and if you're a shooter player, you shoot a bunch of guys, you have an action bubble experience, maybe you're in the truck, you're bombing along, and it's just designed to be a fishhook. It's just designed to give you that feeling of discovery. So in the demo, you saw that you go into the Medusa and you kill a whole bunch of people, but if you had to stop for a minute and you had to look behind the waterfall, there's a cenote back there, and there's stuff to discover. You look the other way, and there's a ship graveyard, because what Voss is doing is he's bringing in these ships, and his guys are stripping them of all the metal. So there's ships down under the water for you to explore. The key thing for us is to just offer that, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
And then 45 minutes later, you're down in a temple somewhere, and you're looking for treasure.
Okay, I don't know if when this interview is going to be aired, if we get the gameplay footage you showed us today. I don't know that, but cool. the underwater boat mission, the bomb went off in a boat, and then it flooded. The music under that mission, was that for demo purposes, or is it really in the game?
What we did is, with the music, because we're pre-alpha, our focus was on the emotion. So we picked pieces of music that gave us the feeling of what we want Jason to experience. In that moment, Jason, I think, truly believes that he's going to die. Yeah. And he's just like, okay, it's over. This is it. And the music is designed at that moment to give you this feeling of, oh, here comes the white light.
Yes.
And then at the last possible mission, or last possible moment, there's a little bit of hope. That particular piece of music, I think what we'll do is we'll try and emulate it and make sure that we have that kind of emotion.
Well, don't. Keep the music in, because it was awesome.
You loved it?
I loved it, because it was normally music in games, when it gets exciting, it gets, you know, a lot of orchestra things. Cool. This was totally different. Keep it, please keep it.
We picked it on purpose.
Yes,
Awesome that you like it.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Cool, great.
Good luck on developing this game. Do you have a window?
Oh yeah, we're coming out in 2012. That's what we're saying right now, on the 360, PS3, and PC.
Thank you very much, Dan.
Cheers. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
Cheers.